when you say that.
Massaging device.
Hey neighbors, the handyman here with Initiative Coffee Company, and we are
Isn't it like percussion machines?
diving
Is that what you're
into
Yes, percussion guns.
another episode of In the Red, featuring
Just one episode of In the Red.
featuring some folks who do some things. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
We left off at a murder.
Maybe. Last time on In the Red, our intrepid heroes, under the, I guess, lack of direction from some circus folk, went and charged the mayor's house in hopes to confront him about goings on. And some were charmed, and some were not. And then it got dark. And then the ringmaster of the traveling circus, one Durham DeVale, was found unconscious when the darkness cleared. And Mayor Bastian Ornoth was gone.
He's alive, though.
He is conscious, yes. Not conscious, but he is alive.
He's alive.
He's been stabilized.
He's been stabilized.
Where did you get these Pizza Cat emojis? I'm very confused.
I want all those things. Doritos chips?
It's a global.
It's a global
emote.
emote?
What? All right.
Yeah.
Apparently, Doritos is sponsoring something for Twitch. All right, that's fine.
Well, they're not sponsoring us,
It's true.
Yeah.
so
It's a bummer.
You could, too. Just pay us more. A lot. I mean, hello?
Yeah. I mean, there could be a Doritos face shrine somewhere.
That
Oh
would
my
be...
The Doritos.
I
I'm going to reach out to Doritos Corporate for
Literally
$10
just
a
reach
month.
$10.
Have you reached out to the Vermont?
No, I
Tourism
literally
Board?
have
Vermont,
the-
yes!
I literally had the email drafted, but I
Mhm.
I figured it shouldn't come from my voice. It probably should come from your voice.
I think it's fine if you just
It's a group effort.
take care of fundraising for this program, Jake.
I kind of do part of that anyway for like Rotary and stuff. Like
Yeah,
I feel like
that's
I can just
fine.
go out and be like, hey, y'all want to sponsor it, and we'll just like put a little quip in and send you like videos.
We'll stop
That's
trashing
great.
Vermont trees. Yeah.
Or Michigan
Um,
water. It doesn't.
well,
Really
no,
matter.
we can't. We're already giving these people free publicity. It needs to be the state in New England,
Right.
and
I
the
see.
snack
That is
and the snack
question-
chip, the cheese flavored snack chip with occasional ranch flavor.
Yeah.
That's very vague, honestly.
You're really
There's a bunch of
limiting.
them. I
You're
like
really
it.
limiting the line for one major food conglomerate's corn-based chip product. Anyway, let's not get started about chocolate sandwich cookies. Anyway,
Oh,
last
I have
time
those
We're
on In the
supposed to be
Red.
boycotting those, right? Anyway.
No, I think
Yeah,
they came to
where
a
are
settlement,
we?
right? Yeah.
Oh,
they
okay.
I don't know. It's yeah.
Anyway,
We have a lot of the actual off-brand chocolate flavored cream filled snack cookies at the moment,
That was
and
a
they're
lot of
delicious.
That is a good one,
Said.
yeah.
sweet and spicy chili.
It's good.
Okay.
Purple bag. It's awesome.
Wait,
Um,
I wonder.
I've never
Wait, I
had
wonder
one
if
of those.
Skyline Chili would sponsor us.
No, what did we just say?
I'm calling them out
Or-
because if
well-
Skyline Chili sponsored me, I would take all of it. I would give you all the other stuff. Like,
Well,
is that the
Skyli-
Cincinnati Chili Company? They do
Yeah.
like
The good one,
Actually,
yeah.
you know
they're
what?
the
No,
ones
no,
that
no.
invented
Cinnamon
chili
chili.
as pasta. Like,
I'm good. I'm good with sponsoring Skyline because they're sponsoring another event that I'm
True.
volunteering for.
Wait!
So they're good. Yeah.
Get
Oh,
who's the rep?
sponsorship.
I don't know.
Think
they gave
about
us
it.
They gave
oh
us
my God,
gift
just
cards.
a bunch of chili.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
here's
It's like
So there's-
different kind
so
of
so
They're
in
sponsored.
Cincinnati, you've got Skyline Chili, and then you've got
Gold
Gold
the
Star.
like.
You got
no,
the
no, no,
crap.
no. It's
Crap.
it's the sort of
Crap.
like it's the shiny brown color, not a square brand.
the
chili.
Pentagon intern.
I want you
yeah.
guys to know that Skyline Chili and Cincinnati Chili ruined my life as a child.
I don't even
So-
know what that means, but I'm happy.
Wow.
I
It means that growing up, my mother thought that chili was Cincinnati style chili, and
yes,
so
meat based.
we
Meat based.
never. No, noodle based. It was
Yeah.
pasta with ground beef and chili powder in it. And every
Stop.
time we had chili, I was sad because all the other kids had real chili, and I had this
Is-
poor kid
it
version of chili.
You
That
should have
was
been
depressing.
enlightened. That
Don't
was
get me started on.
enlightening.
Don't get me
chili.
started on fast spaghetti, which is just spaghetti with tomato sauce and bacon,
No,
which takes
That
That
longer.
sounds awesome.
Not good
Tomato
bacon.
soup.
What? I know it was
was
stewed
tomato
tomatoes. What?
Campbell's tomato soup.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't even
Oh,
spaghetti sauce.
yeah.
It was
Oh,
noodles
that
and
sounds
Campbell's soup
bad.
and bacon.
It was
And
homemade
it was
SpaghettiOs.
bad. It was bad.
That sounds
And
actually way worse. I take
Despite
that back.
the fact
Sorry,
that my
Brian.
mom called it fast spaghetti, it took way longer than actually just cooking spaghetti because you had to fry off bacon first, which is not instantaneous.
No.
She made a stock pot at a time.
That's true.
She'd be like, "There's fast
Oh,
spaghetti
but,
in
like,
the
wouldn't it be
fridge. We're
easier
eating
just to-
for a week."
Wouldn't it be
Yeah.
easier to make like grilled
Anything
cheese,
else? Yes, anything else. Yeah.
grilled cheese and the tomato?
Do you have
That's
so
so
if you were
depressing.
in Cincinnati, do you have opinions on Silver Circle's?
No. I want to be
Coney's?
very clear. She never lived in Cincinnati.
Oh,
Let's
I
not
will
get
be
confused here. She grew up on the south side of Indianapolis. Her
So, I'll
father
be
was
honest,
from
you know.
Kansas. Like there was no connection to Cincinnati.
see,
All right,
that's
all right.
that's the punchline to that whole thing. You were just leaving out.
Well, no, the best
For
part
me,
about
That was a good deferral, though.
Yeah.
I do like it. That was a good
No.
punchline.
But real talk though, I do think that the spaghetti thing is kind of weird. I like it on a coney where it's got like a hot dog, you got some cheese, got some onion, got some mustard, automatic.
And
Every
spaghetti?
day- No spaghetti. No spaghetti.
No spaghetti.
Saying
Jesus.
hot dog bun.
It's like, what are you talking about? What world
Otherwise,
are
I
we
was-
in right now? Where
Otherwise, I
Jake
was
Del
just
Maro
trying to-
needs spaghetti on a chili dog.
No. Otherwise, I would just describe a 4-way or a 5-way. I don't
Chili
really know
dog.
what they are.
I gotta
Yikes.
ask: is
Yeah.
Ohio one of those cinnamon rolls with chili places?
What?
The
Cinnamon
hell
rolls
are you
with
chili?
talking about?
This is supposed to be like, I saw on TikTok that it's like a Midwest thing, and I've never heard of it in my fucking life, even though I've lived
Whoa!
in
Whoa!
Midwest states.
Whoa.
Sorry,
Brand standards, ma'am.
my heck freaking life. That somebody eats chili with a cinnamon roll.
No, I'm
No,
pretty sure I would
I
actually
s-
shoot that person on
I
sight.
spent the
Where is
first
this
25
from?
years of my life in Ohio, and I've never heard of it. Well, I grew up in Cleveland, and there's also some like apparently
Oh.
famous restaurant chain in Cleveland that I've never heard of in my life.
What is it called?
I don't remember. That's my
No,
point.
that's actually the name of
It'd
it.
be an amazing name for a restaurant now that I think
I don't
about it.
I don't know.
Well, it's like every bar that's named like the law office or the gym. Like,
Oh,
where are you
that's a good
going?
one.
The gym, Bob's house. Name one
Damn,
Bob's
I would
house,
love
and that's
that.
Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah.
No, we're not there yet. Wait,
We're not there yet.
Mayor Ornath can wait.
I'm pretty certain I'm the one that took us down this tangent, but
Well, we're not
now I'm
done
going to
yet.
bring us back.
It's probably
No,
fine.
until we finish talking about the chili.
I hope the next week we literally have 10 new sponsors that are just like random organizations throughout Ohio.
Luke, it's all on you, man.
All right. Well, if you give me
I've
the
got
green
it.
light, good luck, bud.
If we're going for places in Ohio, I got like a list.
All right.
Will be the greater
I've got a pretty carte
Cincinnati
blanche
area's
email that I
number
send
one
to
beauty
organizations.
podcast.
Yeah, hey, dear Ohio-based burger chain that has 3 locations all in the Cleveland area, none of which where we're anywhere near. Would you like to sponsor us?
But if you give it, if you
Twitch
give
is
it
a global
viewer-
platform, sir. Global
Yep,
platform.
Exactly.
But if you said
It
for
doesn't
like
matter.
$5 a month, like or $10 a month, to be like, it's probably an okay idea. They reach 10 people, maybe in Cleveland they will remember us, and it's like no skin off their back.
Yeah, that's cheaper than sponsoring one of those little league teams.
It is.
And realistically,
you
you
know
end
what?
up
I'll
losing
put that
money
in
at
the
those little
email.
league teams. You got to give them a meal when they win a game.
Do you know, honestly, that's gonna come at them with. Be like, it's cheaper. than sponsoring-
you're gonna approach potential sponsors by shitting on local little league teams. Just like
You ever
hey,
see
you know,
where the Bulls have TV?
community parks and rec department programs are stupid. You should sponsor us instead.
Stupid head.
Look, I'm not against it. I'm just saying, let's call it what it is.
It's It's just Jake dumping on some little league teams. You guys, and it's gonna be like, what do you guys spend? It's gonna actually like quotation, like, what do you guys spend? Like, $200. I'm asking for $5 to $10 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
we're
don't have
gonna
to buy
talk-
his uniforms or anything.
I mean, unless you want to, but like, it's not required.
Think about the savings.
Think about how much screen time you'd get.
I'm gonna have to remake overlays, aren't I? I'm gonna have to just put
it's not my
logos
problem
up.
anymore.
All right, that's fine. Whatever.
Like
We're-
your
we
ass.
were gonna get
we're
Nathan's hot
all of
dogs.
us are gonna be. There's just gonna be logos everywhere. We're gonna be like in the corner of our circle, like peeking up under. Hello.
Yeah.
I call dibs on the Gold Star logo though.
Well, no, we're not having Gold Star in this late. No,
Yikes!
no.
This is
Oh,
some
CRM.
weird
Oh,
Cincinnati
Oh my god.
pride
Oh,
that
I got
is
him backwards. Oh jeez.
uncomfortable.
Well,
Skyline's fine.
yeah.
Do
Skyline's
not
good.
Include those
Silver Circle's bad. Okay, I got
unless they're willing to sponsor us.
In which case, he'll change his opinions.
Then I will
today.
potentially change my opinion. So, buy
Everyone
buy
yeah.
Sky and Chili.
Look,
might be
you can
better.
accuse us of a lot of things, but it is not selling out. It is buying in, and it is
aggressively.
fine.
it. Well, you know, they say every person has their price, and my price is
It's
like
apparently $10 a month.
anything above zero.
Mm.
Is that a problem?
You know what? No, it's fine. It's
Right. It's better than nothing.
yeah.
I guess we should
I mean,
get to
we've spent the
D&D.
last 12 minutes dicking around about everything that isn't D&D, so
It's pretty
clearly
good.
they get what they pay for.
You
Anyway,
know what? It still comes down to the fact that it feels like this is making up a little bit for what Mayor Ornath, instead of answering questions, did to us.
Oh no!
charmed you, failed to charm you, and then dominated you instead? Yeah,
He
okay.
didn't dominate me.
Not you. I meant you collectively, as the plural you.
Yeah.
Oh, we got things to do, I guess.
Yeah.
Is everyone out of their thing now?
No. So to
Oh,
make
yeah, you're
sure that I
picking
recap
shit.
where everyone's at, right now, Cooper is slapping the bejesus out of
Annex.
who? Annex. I'm invisible and running up the stairs into the darkness. Morty,
Darkness is gone.
about the darkness that disappeared.
Yeah.
Morty, you are by the body, and Dimitri
I thought I was on my way back to go to
has
sleep.
not been slapped by Cooper yet. Got
That's
it.
true.
And can I yell something really fast?
Because we're in rounds now, yeah?
Are we?
No,
No?
no
Okay.
initiative has happened.
I'd like to yell Bruce extremely loud.
Oh, okay.
I hear Morty yell Bruce, and I also yell Bruce.
Yes, Bruce, Bruce, Bruce. I didn't want to yell Bruce in the mic because I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't have that energy right now yet.
yeah. You don't hear anything in response.
The hell is this?
We're in a void. Uh-oh.
You're not in a void. He's
No, we're
just
not.
within earshot.
Oh, well, dang.
Does anyone have? Wait.
Skywrite? No.
Oh, are there any? Oh, I want to ask. Is there any like? There've been like servants in this place, aren't there?
There have been.
Are there? Hell. Is there anyone else here?
You don't hear anything.
Ah, shit.
You know that servants usually are here in the daytime, but notably it is, after dark at this point.
How far away are we from the nearest like house? Like I know there's like the clearing where there's like there's almost like a separation from the mayor's house to everywhere else. Where is that?
Yeah, so
How far
the
away?
mayor's house is north of the cemetery, and all the rest of
Sure.
the houses are south of the cemetery. So, I don't know,
Like
200 feet or so, 300 feet.
Mm.
Francis, I continue yelling as I'm like healing. I'm healing and taking care of this. Trying to get the craziest dude in town to get up.
Wait, you just said Francis out loud?
Francis is the dude.
Isn't his name Francisco?
Francisco.
Oh, yeah, because I would have
That's what I
just
meant to
yelled
say.
bacon. But yes.
Francisco. I yelled as loud as I can.
You hear, "What's the matter?"
Do I hear it equally far away, or is he like almost like dead sprinting? At
No,
this
He's
point?
like yelling at you from his home across the cemetery.
I need help.
It's like, "Oh, hold on!" and starts. You can see out the window
Some
an
dude
odd
just
man
dead
sprinting
sprinting.
across in front of the cemetery. What help do you need? I don't.
Can you go to get Baron? We need Baron.
Yeah, you
And
should
get-
have
and
yelled
get
that
the
before I ran
dwarves.
across the cemetery. Now,
Well,
fine.
Well, you got here quicker than I thought.
Wait, are we just yelling back
Yes,
and forth?
that is exactly what you're doing at the moment.
I'm gonna look at you. I'm assuming you got upstairs. I'm being like, I'm intentionally
invisible.
being nondescript.
He's invisible.
You are invisible. I'm looking
I am.
at Cooper. Who's Cooper?
Is slapping
Hope
Enix downstairs.
beating
You
the
probably see. You heard me
Wait, is this
also
a
yell,
multi-slap
Baron.
situation, or did?
You get a
Well,
new
I woke
save.
up
You get a
after
new
one
save
slap.
every time you take one point of damage.
I feel like
Enix.
I'll be honest. I've probably been yelling for
And-
multiple points of
and-
damage. Can we like resolve that as we're like?
And Cooper is dealing 5 points of damage
that's
each
right.
time.
That's right.
Let's be clear.
So
Yeah.
can we resolve this really fast? Like I feel like
Yeah.
I did at least 2 rounds of like talking right
Sure.
there.
Yeah. NX, make a save and subtract 5 hit points from your current total.
And what am I saving?
You're saving to be undominated again.
What was
Now you still think that we should just
Well,
get out of here?
I'm not even going to tell you what number that was because I failed it.
Okay.
That's a very low number.
All right.
So
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and take 5 points.
You're still pretty convinced that it's a good idea to go home.
What modifier am I adding to that, by the way?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. That's what. Okay.
Yeah.
It was
I think-
still a 6.
Yeah,
but
that's not.
still. Yeah,
It's
no.
not gonna work.
Not great.
A dabble
We
We
do
do have. Oh wait, are we still in the red zone?
Nah, no, I don't think so.
I don't think
the
so,
drama
yeah.
is over. So,
Yeah.
It's not over. I'm getting hit in the face by Cooper over and
I mean-
over.
No,
'cause I keep failing my
wait, did we-
save.
Quick question.
Mhm.
I don't know if you can give us and the audience any update about the red zone or anything you've learned or anything we can know about. Like we were in the red zone for I would say extended period of time
Sure.
last time.
Yeah. So basically, the red zone is the thing we're incorporating where we will be refunding channel points because the red zone is going to be straight by the book. So we're gonna, in order to, for particular scenes where the group is being specifically focused on like getting plot development or developing characters in pretty intense and dramatic ways. We're just going to turn off channel points, essentially, as well as bennies, in order to allow that scene to take place. However, we are not currently in that situation, so that is the red zone, as it were. I'll come up with an easier way to delineate that. I'll try to put together separate overlays for the red zone when we go into it, but they are not currently ready because I did not have time to update the break screen for NX as well as the combat overlay, and then also do in the red overlay or red zone overlays. So that's where we're at.
Yep.
So
And I also want the dwarves.
he says, "All right," and starts running back toward town.
Wait, hold on. I thought we were resolved.
I thought we were too, but that's fine.
I know. I meant to add the dwarves before.
Yeah.
No.
That's fine.
I meant to add that.
Alex, you are having trouble coming to your senses. Dimitri is gone. He's already on his way back to the sandwich shop. I don't know if you guys want to like
I
circle up and like, what is the plan here?
I
My
will.
plan was to slap until awake and then move on to the next person.
But the next person is gone.
And that might take all of Enix's hit points. I don't know how long it's going to take
I got
that does
I-
break
to
it.
make
If
a save.
If I fail this 11 more times, I will quit this whole thing.
NX2 is made.
NX2 NXer. So am I just saving until this works? Is that what we're doing?
NX2.
I
Are you
think
just
that's
like
your commitment. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's definitely what Coop would do.
Yeah, he's slapping you
how about-
silly.
All right, I got a 21 that time.
Yeah,
That's
there you
better.
go. DC 19.
Welcome
Manage.
back.
So
It's
just
19.
five
Holy
more
cow.
points of damage. And
Alright,
you are
Sue,
to your
Electric
senses.
Boogaloo.
Dimitri has left, so I don't know if you want to chase him down or just
Yeah.
let him go.
I'm gonna
Get
chase him
Francisco.
down.
Just gonna charge after him and tackle him
Just
in
ask
front of
him
the
if he's gonna
cemetery.
body him.
All right. Dimitri, make a save, I guess.
Make a save. Okay.
Getting
Make a wisdom
bodied.
Wisdom.
save.
Wisdom.
Wisdom
Can,
save.
can,
Ooh.
can you get it with advantage as he's getting blindsided? I almost imagine like a clothesline.
Yeah, that's how I'm envisioning it. Yeah, that's fine. You can have advantage.
Yeah.
Is-
just literally getting clobbered.
Oh my god.
Nat 20 plus 2.
Oh, great.
Dang.
Oh, you're awake.
You guys are in front
Oh,
of the
what?
cemetery, like 50 feet from Ornath's estate.
Oh, did I
they
take
see
damage for that?
Francisco. You bet you did.
Oh,
Yeah, you take 5 damage. Francisco is like sprinting wildly across the lawn in front of the cemetery to town, shouting, Baron! Dwarves! Dwarves! Bruce! And I
You
will...
got the best guy to do this ever.
He
Is
does have
he-
a really good voice for this.
He's got
are
a
there-
very bellowing voice.
Are there dwarves in this town other than the dwarves that we actually want to
Not
show
No,
up?
no, no. Fortunately...
Okay.
We know who
Fortunately,
we're talking
yeah.
about.
Well, there's also those that were part of the circus as well.
And a
Good.
minotaur.
And a Minotaur,
Good.
It's true. It takes him about 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's got to find
It's
the right
far
people.
away,
It's
yeah.
nighttime.
It's
Like,
the sandwich shop. I imagine we have an annoying blinking sign like it's New York, like.
look,
I have
Baron did not swear Aegeus to a celestial from another plane. He has to sleep sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
He's possessed.
okay, ghosts gotta sleep too, probably.
It's a little kid that's
It's a
inside
little
of
kid.
home.
If anything,
It's way
the
past
kid's
his
like-
bedtime.
If
Yeah.
anything, he's like,
I
it's
don't-
time to go again.
I don't think Coop knows about any of this yet.
Either way, this is an active conversation being had.
Anyway,
I know.
No,
I
we
know.
mentioned it. We mentioned that there's a. No, we definitely mentioned that there's a possession going on. It was a light possession, though.
It may have been mentioned once in
Once,
passing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember mentioning it, but I was just like, remember how we didn't tell you about this thing and then just barreled on through the conversation?
Yeah.
It's like what we did with you. It's just, it's a
You
shell
pretty much-
shock at this point.
I'm trying to remember what it was where I saw Coop just like actively react. Because they didn't know. Oh, it was a skeleton. It was a skeleton.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, was it when I
And
turned
it's
myself
the
into a
whole
skeleton? And...
skeleton.
100%
Your
was,
look
yeah.
your look of like, what the heck is going on? You're so good.
Do we still have more of those pears in the pear wine, by the way?
Yeah, of
No.
course.
Yeah, 100% you do. And
Great,
also,
yeah.
you know where the rest of them are. So,
Oh,
I don't know.
this is true.
We know where the wild things grow.
anyway,
All right.
it takes about 10 minutes, and Francisco comes back with Baron and says that the dwarves were not fit to be seen at the moment. They were sleeping and not dressed. They're getting dressed. They'll be here soon.
Well, that's about as much we can ask for. Is Duvail? Oh, like I mean, it's been 10 minutes of me working on him at this point,
Mhm.
or like whatever that time frame is. I know he's probably not enthused about being around at this point because we brought him into this conversation and he's got life drained. You told like at the medical check, you said he got life drained clearly.
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, not great, and I'm like, hey, and like I kind of do one of those like, like dusting him off, even though he's clearly taller than me. Like, yeah, like is he getting up?
It takes an hour to wake up from unconsciousness without magical
No,
healing.
I was gonna heal him.
Yeah,
I was
unfortunately, he's been like life drained, so it's gonna take like you can't like heal hit points back into him at the moment.
I guess that would have been a question, or maybe something I would have asked and not waited an hour for.
Sure, I'm not saying you have to wait the hour. I'm saying like if you want to talk to him currently, you'll have to wait the hour.
Wait. If I'm not gonna magic heal him, I gotta wait. If I do use a magic heal, I can.
He doesn't like. There's no.
No,
there's not enough hit points in him right now for magical healing to bring
Is he a
him up.
commoner?
No, but he got life drained a bunch. Like
His maximum hit points right
I
now.
really don't want
his maximum hit points right now are like 1.
Yeah, that's what I gathered. Dang, I was about to think of some
That will go away with a long rest, but that will require a
or a
long
greater
rest.
restoration.
Or a greater restoration.
I like look at you guys and I go, do you think it's important right now to use greater restoration? I can get him up now, but he probably hasn't seen anything either. We can case a joint and wait and make sure everything's good and explain the situation to everybody. Or I can get him up now and I don't have the ability to do this to somebody else.
I think it's worth. I think it's worth it.
Yeah, it gives Lornath a lot of time to get shit going.
Are you defibrillating with your hands?
I go, ah!
Clear.
Just
And,
shouting
like,
it.
and like I like actually instead of doing it all on his chest, I like do it to his toe, like, and like just on his toe, greater restoration, like a very dramatic, like,
Charging it up for static shock. Yeah.
yeah.
It is successful. He wakes up and he says, "Wow, what just happened?"
And I immediately hit him with an actual like just pack of like healer's kit, like it's like, zzz, poof, like, and then I hit.
whack
So
him in the-
no, so he's just so he's
all on his
above
toe, or
So
like
he's like
in his.
feeling more than just the one like I'm dying.
Mhm.
That's what I'm going for. Just like
Sure.
more than just the normal.
Yep. He says,
Sorry.
"Vampire."
No way.
He said, what did he say? What did he say?
Vampire.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
With the-
spooky season. Is it spooky season in game too?
No,
Is there
because
spooky
it
season?
doesn't
It's a
exist.
very
It's-
convenient.
Right,
very
but it is that time of
convenient.
year. It is that time of year. It's like this fall-ish time frame.
He's gonna get back with his overall shocking a 9 plus 4 plus his hit dice.
Okay.
He's a vampire. When he says that, I'm gonna immediately check. Wait, do we know vampires or?
You know,
Let me
like
see
of
if I
the
might.
notion of vampires. Yeah, they are
Like the
very,
bitey thing.
They don't. So vampires don't necessarily like their energy drain is not necessarily from a bite. It's just from like a physical
from
attack.
Backwoods swamps.
Yeah, like it's definitely like vampires typically have like a spooky, remote, isolated kind of connotation to them. Yeah.
Huh. How did you get to that? I mean, do you need anything? I mean, besides the healing I just gave you, is there anything I can do for you? I mean, I'm sorry, and an apology's probably gonna do it for you, but like, I'm sorry first and foremost that putting you into harm's way.
This is I brought myself here.
Well,
It's we have to find him. We have to stop him.
Did you recognize the vampire?
It was Ornath.
Did you see where he went?
He charged me, and then it was dark, and then I woke up.
Oh, shit. He's not inside?
What?
Ornath?
I
Like,
don't,
where?
I don't know.
I'd like, how dark is it now? I
It
know
is-
the magical darkness is gone,
It is dark. It's like nighttime.
but I can see in the dark.
Yeah.
I look around. I'd like to see if there's any evidence of like escape or, like anything knocked down that may indicate what direction Mayor Ornath may have fled.
Sure. Are you guys inside the house or out of the house at this point?
I know I'm
still
inside.
inside.
Okay.
Annex is inside. I've run up the stairs. Coop and Dimitri may have come inside.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how far out Dimitri was the tackling. And then I think I pretty would have instantly been like,
The
we're
happening.
going in.
Okay.
Yeah.
The tackling.
Okay. Go ahead and
I
make
look
your
around.
perception.
That's a 19.
It doesn't take much to spot him. He's outside on the lawn recovering. In fact, it's odd that Coop and Dimitri didn't see him, though it's possible he was invisible or something. But you do notice that he is standing kind of at like the corner point of the cemetery. Kind of looking back at you, and
At me,
seemingly-
I'm invisible.
at the estate, and seemingly upset, frankly. But yeah,
He's, well, I'm invisible, but I still point in that direction.
He's over there. What's that
Do-
noise?
Do I see him, or do me and Coop see him?
you guys look out the window just in time to see Baron just like start talking to him.
Oh no!
Talking to him.
Oh.
He's like, "Hey, what's going?" Baron seems like confused. He's like in his like pajamas, and he's like, "What's going on? Some crazy guy yelled at me to come over here. What's happening?"
Do we see? I guess
I will.
I'll go
I
to
will
the-
start to go outside.
I
Okay.
think we need to pick up DeVale and all of us go outside.
Well, I heard your voice. You're still invisible.
I am.
So,
I intend
I'm
on staying. that
tending
way.
to DeVale, and I look at the window going, or wait, you say he's over there, so I can imagine that
He's
I'm
outside.
like, what the
yeah.
heck's that? And I'm like,
You
DeVale,
know
and I
it's
pick
me.
him. Well, I know, but like, I don't know. The room is not descript enough for me to pick
Oh.
up. I'm like picking up DeVale, like with like he's bigger than me. I'm like, get up, and then like,
But you
I
have
pick him
like
to the
all
window.
strength.
yeah, because I've got these strengths. And
Okay.
I look at the window. Can I punch through the window?
There is absolutely nothing stopping you from attempting to punch through the window.
Just straight through the window. Just I'm not.
What's
I'm
wrong
not
with the
throwing
door?
anybody, because I'm on the second floor.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, okay.
I'm not punching. I'm not very clear. I'm not taking DeVale and punching him through the window. It's another arm through the window. I just need to clarify and be like, Ornath, stop.
You see him standing there with Baron, and he says,
My intention is that Baron backs away.
Baron
A
kinda-
like a confusion, kind of like what's going on, but like because he's been taken once already, you know.
he does so.
Okay.
Just real quick, we sort of talked about it earlier. Are the rules of vampires, of these vampires, the same as like the Dracula vampire? Would we even know that? Like
You
garlic
have you have no
and-
idea. You
Oh,
I mean you've heard of like undead monsters who feed off life and
Okay,
are bad
so
news.
It's more like
But, like-
sucking life, not so
Yeah.
much like, oh god, it's Dracula.
Yeah, but there's no like recorded none of you have encountered any like recorded evidence of an encounter with a vampire, right? Like none of you are like able to like sit in the church and be like, bruh, that's a vampire, not an angel. What are you doing? Like,
Raw.
Right.
it's not a spoiler because I didn't say what it was spoiling. Anyway, so yeah, like you don't know. I mean, like the notion of vampire has like negative connotations that are spooky and dangerous. They tend to be charismatic. There's usually some sort of like there's like taboos associated with them. Like garlic comes to mind. Running water has some kind of notion, but you're not sure. Wood stakes are of note potentially, but like beyond that, like it's all kind of hearsay at this point.
Is there any similarity in the state of Duvail with the state of Bluebeard when he died?
Very much so. Yeah.
No way.
Make an insight check, Morty.
Okay. Oh my goodness! It's just I'm getting excited. 25.
Morty, it occurs to you that in your encounters with Bluebeard in the past, when you dispelled the charm effects on him, and he got irate.
He was dominated.
Every time he got irate, Ornath shouted at him again, and
And he got dominated. Yeah. No. Wait. Question though.
Mhm.
I thought the issue was that he had a very different demeanor from when we captured him initially to when I dispelled him.
Mm-hmm.
So, was the dominate? I guess this is a more functional question because we've now encountered it for the last couple hours of gameplay. So dominate monster? You know about it after you've been affected by it?
No, dominate does not allow you to know about it. I don't think.
Because that would be kind of a weird one. Because we caught him when he was kind of like, he was like, you got me. Like, dang. I mean, it's a little more extreme than that, but it was like not as extreme as him yelling.
Aw, dang.
Gosh. Shoot. You got me.
Yeah, there is no indication in the dominate person spell that they know after the fact.
So I guess I'm now even more confused because there was 3 states that he existed in.
Mm-hmm.
There was like the one we captured him, the dull state, and then the dispelled state.
Yes, the dispelled state. He was clearly interested in capturing you and taking you back to his boss.
But he was almost homicidal.
Yes.
But he was not in that state before we captured him.
Correct.
So
sure. He knew that he was being dominated then. I don't know. Does that make it less confusing for you?
It makes it less confusing because it was like because that it's like he was dominated for become pacified.
Sure.
And that's what so he was always just a jerk. Got it.
He's not a good dude, but he was dominated by someone who else.
He got bamboozled by some dudes.
It also occurs to you that like probably he was undead when you tried to resurrect him.
We did get that info, I think, if I remember correctly.
Well, it narrows it down. He was either unwilling or undead, but
like vampires spawn undead? I don't know that. Never mind.
Maybe getting there.
It's probably the way.
What do you want to do?
How far is there any like bushes below?
No. I'm assuming. Oh wait, I forgot you were still inside the house.
Are we on?
You're on Roll20 at this point.
Yeah, I was like looking. I was like, hey, well, I'm missing one thing. I probably should be up.
That's a lot of graves, right beside his house.
Yeah, it's a cemetery.
Ooh. Well, I probably don't want to mess with the. Where's the front door? Is it on map?
It's not mapped, but it's directly underneath
And
you.
that's Ornath.
This is Ornath here. This
That's
is
Baron. Baron is one good-looking fella.
Yeah. Dreamboats, all of them.
And who's that?
That is.
Oh, that's
Duvel.
yeah, it's Duvel. How far is the drop from the window?
12 feet.
Oh, I'm going out the window.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna look at DeVale and be like, I'm going, because he's with me. And if he's like, I'm like, if you want to go down the stairs, that's cool. I'm going out the window.
He's gonna go the stairs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm going. I'm like superhero landing.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I feel like it takes him like literally 2 seconds longer to go down the stairs than you just jumping
about.
out the
Yeah.
window.
I mean, like
I mean,
maybe
it
like
felt
maybe like a
cooler.
round, but like yeah.
I don't
What are you
know.
guys doing?
Are we gonna? I would like to enter initiative immediately, but I don't think that's what everyone else is doing. So
So like Ornath is
he's a vampire.
He
Okay.
says,
Yeah, I say that out loud.
as you guys like leave the house, he says he's going to ruin everything.
Explain.
Yeah, ruin what?
who's going to ruin
He's
what?
not going
Never
to
mind.
stop until it all falls down.
Wait, who's talking? Is this DeVale?
No, this is Ornath. He says
Keep
DeVale has to be
clarifying.
stopped.
DeVale.
Dude, you're a vampire. You gotta give us more than that.
if anything, yeah.
Yeah, Ornath, it's very important to you right now that you stop being so damn cryptic with us.
He pulls out a crossbow and points it at DeVale.
Why are we pointing things at Duvail?
He's going to ruin everything
What does that
Ruin.
mean?
that I have
Let's-
worked for years.
You're a vampire. He wants to find his sister.
He won't.
Your
find her.
it's your turn to fill in blanks.
Is that Duval standing in the middle between
No,
us all?
No,
He's
that's-
in the mid. That's,
Oh, excellent.
That's
Okay,
you.
that's you.
That's
That's
you.
me.
How good is Ornath at that crossbow? He's
I don't want to test that.
he's
Honestly,
a good ways away. Well, no, neither do I. But
I can't control this token, but I would like to stand in that sight line. Yeah.
yeah, I just shuffled myself over there.
Okay. He says, everything is on the edge of a knife.
That-
And if he ruins things, everything we've worked for here is over.
who is we?
We as the people of Winds Hollow, we as Serena, we as...
Insight check. I'd like to check
Mhm.
that out. Please just be cut dry. He's lying. Please, come on, dice. Don't fail me now. Come on. I'm gonna use a penny.
Okay.
We have a lot of them.
24.
You
Don't be
have
that guy.
grown to realize that DeVale is notoriously hard to read. And not DeVale, that Ornath is
Ornath.
notoriously hard to read and exudes charisma quite literally through an aura of enchantment magic that emanates from him.
Yeah.
You don't
I'm
have
gonna
any way to know if he's lying or not.
Yeah. Do I? What do you know about DeVale then? Let's you know what? As we're just hashing this out, it'd be very helpful for you to fill us in because someone's not gonna walk away, I don't think, tonight. And let's just figure it out now.
Also, as the people with brains are hashing this out, I would like to use my know your enemy feat to get some info on.
Okay.
Let's go.
Know your enemy. Read that off for me. What's that do?
If I spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside of combat, you can learn information about its capabilities compared to your own: strength score, dex score, con score, armor class, current HP, total class levels, and fighter class levels.
How do I get rid of the line that I just drew? I'm so sorry.
Wait a minute. What are
That
you
weird,
playing? What are you,
vaguely
Evan?
phallic line that you created?
Freaking out. Okay. I just want to know how far I am from him. I don't know how to do the arrow thing.
You're about this far away.
Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome back.
Yeah. So one of those little HP meters just popped up in my sight line in front of Ornath.
It's just you.
Okay. Yeah, you're all right. Stop. Whoever. Thank you.
Who's doing that? Knock it off.
As you guys are, as he is sizing up Ornath, who again is very challenging to size up because there's more to him than you expected.
My sizing up face.
Your sizing up face.
Transformer.
He says, all of us have worked hard to keep. There's a reason that this town remains.
I cast Mage Hand invisibly.
Okay.
You
are no longer invisible.
And as that happens, I go, "What do you mean?" It's like as if I were dropping. I'm dropping guard to like participate in the conversation.
He says every other town was consumed by the shadow. And I've done everything I can to keep Winds Hollow.
The shadow, you mean the darkness and the evil that has been coming since the Great Fire?
Yeah.
Check out what DeVale's appearance. Like, what is he doing right now? Like, I'm assuming like he's like existing.
He's like livid at the moment because you can see in his head the only thing he's thinking is like, bruh, he's a vampire. Like, what are we even doing?
But you also mentioned that there's a lot about vampires that are not. Well,
absolutely. It doesn't seem to you that this has occurred to DeVale in any way. Like, he is leaning into the things he thinks. And he knows that Ornath has done something with his sister, and that is why he has come to deal with it.
Okay, so you're telling us there is initially a negative, almost folklore connotation to vampire, kind of like how, like, in current existence, like, vampire bad.
Yeah.
And there can never, and like, I don't say there can never, like, that's more like the folklore saying, like, there could never be a good vampire.
Presumably.
Their sure existence is just bad.
You also know vampires to be shadow creatures.
Oh, that's the thing. Great.
Oh.
Cool. I open my book up. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that just yet, but that's going to be important info. That's just go in the notes. Vampires are shadow creatures, which makes sense.
As you're kind of like looking down at the veil to like get a sense of him, you notice 2 dwarves and a minotaur sprinting over behind a crazy man. And the crazy man is pointing at Ornath, shouting, "He's a vampire! A vampire!"
All right,
and
that's
the dwarves
enough.
pull their crossbows out and aim them at Ornath.
And I say, "Thank you very much, Francisco. Appreciate it. We needed help." And
in the midst of the how has everyone been distracted by Francisco at the moment?
Has anyone like turned, averted their gaze?
I mean, Ornath seems to be concerned at 2 new crossbows pointed at him.
All right. While he is distracted, I send my mage hand out to disarm the firing mechanism of the crossbow.
Huh.
I put the safety on. I think.
Make a sleight of hand check, I guess.
Yeah. I just didn't want him shooting anyone, but now there's more crossbows that I need to disarm. Yeah, it's a 17.
Yeah, I don't think a 17 allows you to engage a safety that probably doesn't exist at a crossbow.
All right,
I'll be
from
honest,
30 feet away.
The way I thought that was gonna happen, he just goes like this. It's just like a pair of scissors, like ding, and just like the crossbow breaks, and it's just like, oh.
If anything, that would have fired the crossbow.
Yeah.
That is also pretty true.
Little switch, like.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to turn to DeVale and like DeVale, does any of this make any sense to you?
I mean, he's probably feeding on her. I don't like. She's not
that thought
dead.
had crossed my mind.
Like, she's not dead, and he says she is. Why would he lie?
Ornath, where is his sister?
He says she's locked away.
Okay, am I close?
Wait, that was
close enough to the house. Can I like run down into this basement of his house where Bluebeard came out of? Because none of us have been down there, right?
No, y'all have.
You have.
Now,
Yeah.
like while
Not
since
now.
we've
No,
been
not since we've
currently,
been in
no.
the house. No.
Yeah, I just want to. Can I just like sprint down there real quick? Because I just want to see just like the hell's down there.
Yeah.
Because my first thought is she's in the basement where what's his
The hell's
Bluebeard
her
just came out of.
Sure. You head down to the basement, and you see the 4 cells that have been there. Additionally, you see kind of the vault that he uses to lock up gems and money, and essentially is the bank of town. That's what's in the room. I don't know if you want to further investigate it or.
Does it look well? Remind me, how long has it been in game since Bluebeard ran out?
Like a day, like a day or two, yeah.
Does it look like more than one of the cells down here have been recently occupied?
Nope.
How about the vault? What's going on with the vault? Like, is it vault? Like, is it shut?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any kind of locking mechanism on it, or is it just like a doorknob?
No. It's a well-made locking
Okay.
mechanism. Yeah, like it is a vault. Like,
I want to kind of go up to the vault door and pound on it and just yell, "Is anyone in there? Is anyone on the other side of this door?"
Okay. You hear nothing in response.
Kind of what I expected to happen. I just kind of darted off without telling anyone what I was doing.
That's true.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
The rest of you, there
Wait.
are 3 crossbows at play.
Wait.
Oh,
wait.
this.
Everybody, chill now. This is, and I. Why did you lie about her being alive?
Because there needed to be a reason that she wouldn't be seen in town.
What is her
Vagaries are
part?
nice. Yeah. What's the reason?
What is her part in?
Is she
You're
also a vampire?
vampire-ness. Yeah.
She's not a vampire, no.
I understand the reason of keeping it a secret to us, but don't you think there's an importance here? Like, now that we've gotten to the point of like, there's been some dominating going on clearly from your end, which we get it. You're trying to keep something secret, but like, we're kind of at the point where we need more than just Vagaries here. Is Vagaries vague? something.
Vagaries.
Vagaries. What the word for vagueness at the
Sure.
extreme level? Like, don't you think there's importance here to be like said?
There's a delicate balance that has to be maintained.
Why? Here,
Because
your
if
wife,
not, this town is consumed by shadow.
because of her.
No, she is holding together the balance. It is Wind's Hollow's turn to bear the weight of the shroud that keeps the shadow away.
I would like to make an insight check, as awful as that sounds.
Please do.
I would like to use a. No, I won't. That's a 25.
Bastian Ornath is notoriously hard to read, and you can't get a good insight into whether or not he's being straightforward.
Ugh.
You said it's windy. You said it's our town's turn to bear the shroud. Have there been, like, have there been others where, like, you weren't exactly waiting in line for this kind of thing? Why is this going on?
The towns that remain have to bear the shroud. It is our turn.
The Shroud of the Darkness?
The shroud against the darkness.
Whose turn was it before?
Before it was Sabin's Folly,
And whose turn is it next?
Pine's End.
So how do we get you to skip your turn?
It can't be skipped.
So wait, so there's just a town that has to deal with like dealing against the shadows, or is it? I guess I don't understand that component. I guess Brian, I don't understand. Like, are they trying to suggest that like it just slowly starts enveloping and then just keeps going? Is that what they're trying to suggest?
No, you're not really clear on what he's trying to suggest because
What
he's
are you
being
trying
real
to
damn
say?
Confusing. He says every town has to take their responsibility.
Explain it like I'm 5.
I don't know that I can.
Well, take your shot.
Someone
Yeah.
has to
Yep.
be the mental link that holds off the shadow.
So
Sabin's Folly took on the burden for the last 2 years. It is currently our responsibility. Next, Pine's End, then Big Narrows. This is
So
how
someone
we keep
has
the
to do
darkness
it.
at bay.
Where does the darkness emanate from?
From the north, the northwest.
From Goldholm? Or from Bell?
no.
As far as we can tell, from northwest of Bell.
but more northwest of Goldholm, right?
No, as far as we can tell, northwest of Bell.
So perhaps west of Goldholm.
Huh.
Ornath, DeVale. It's clear that Serena is going through a massive sacrifice right now. We commit to doing what we can to end this cycle of sacrifice. Can we please work together on this?
Make a persuasion check.
I've been back outside for a while, by the way. I ran.
I
back
don't think
outside
you
at the-
have. You've been you investigated that vault for a while.
No, I didn't.
You
Just
might be
everyone
you might be arriving now, but
No, I was mid investigation and about ready to leave when Jake started talking, and then
Yeah,
I haven't
but
had a
you went
chance to
in
get a word in
first.
Simultaneous,
edgewise.
yeah. Spitz persuasion check, dirty 20.
So you're like, hey, we should all work together, and the fella's like, he has taken my sister, he's feeding on her, and coming up with some elaborate excuse, and you're just gonna let him do it. He's a monster. He's a monster, and you're just gonna let him be a monster.
All right. Chill. All right, and I look at Ornath. You go, without trying to persuade me or anything, are you like yes or no? Are you actually feeding on your wife?
This is no, of course not.
Is he lying?
Would you like to make an insight check?
Yes, I would.
They've been so good so far.
Oh, I'm using all my good dice rolls. It gets no better than this. It is a critical. It is a 28.
Ornath is notoriously tough to read, and unsurprisingly, you can't tell if he's being straightforward.
Would you submit to a zone of truth if you to answer that question?
He says, "Yeah, okay."
Well, I'm not gonna actually do that to him, but I just didn't know if he was gonna call my bluff or not. I'd be like, no.
Maybe a zone of truth doesn't work on him.
No, he just needs to make a charisma save. That's all. Vampires are good at charisma saves.
By the way,
Because clearly they can. I can't call on a critical. The 28. That
Can't crit a skill check.
Lying or not. Yeah, I mean 28 is not good enough.
He has a plus 12, and I rolled a 19. I don't know what to tell
Yeah,
you.
I figured as much. I don't.
I need some stats, Brian.
Oh yeah. What's your strength?
20.
His strength is less than yours. What is your dex?
I have a 14.
His dex is higher than yours. What's your con? You get all of this stuff, huh? Okay.
It's
Wild.
16.
His con is higher than yours. What is your armor class?
16.
His armor class is higher than yours. What is your current hit points?
85.
His current hit points are higher than yours. What are your total class levels?
9.
His total class levels are lower than yours. And what are your fighter class levels?
9.
They are also lower than yours.
Okay.
Take him.
You guys notice about that time, Spit, you are looking at Devel, and he looks past you and starts nodding to someone behind you. And about that time, you notice 5 members of the carnival have entered town and are pulling out weapons.
More crossbows.
A bow, some crossbows, a sling. Somebody's like tightening their gloves and looks like they're gonna charge in.
I turn around and I throw out my like talon hands and I say, "Wait!"
You notice behind you, Devale starts to cast a spell.
You should just kill
He
him like you
finishes casting the spell, I guess.
said. You don't have counter
No,
spell.
for real,
Yeah.
like honest question: am I back outside?
Yeah.
I want to be not inside. Okay, can I? If he gets distracted mid spell casting, does that make the spell not go?
I'll give him a concentration check, but
All right, I want to.
it also depends on what you're doing.
Oh, I want
Tackle.
to. Well, that's the first thing that comes to mind when I want someone to not cast a spell is to tackle them so they stop casting the spell.
Okay. You do so. He does not finish casting the spell, and you have 4 crossbows and bows pointed at you.
Like, well, everyone just stop, weapons away. We don't know who's shooting at who yet. Just chill for a second. Which 4
While he's
crossbows
doing
are
that,
aimed at me, anyways?
The ones from the carnival,
Okay.
Can I do something while he's doing that?
if you want.
I'll then cast thaumaturgy on him. So when he says
Okay.
stop, it just goes poof, like it's just like almost like an increase, almost like shock. It's not going to cause a shockwave.
I forgot about thaumaturgy.
Mhm.
It's a good one.
I'd like to do that on him.
Okay. You are much louder than you expected to be, NX.
And I give him one of these. I'm like,
Well, I give you a thumbs up and then point my finger at the 4 crossbows that are now aimed at me.
which I imagine is like where we all point our attention to. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm also going like looking at him and going like, we are at a weird standoff, right?
Who are you looking at?
Everybody with all my
Yeah.
eyes.
I mean, everybody is very tense right now. It becomes very clear that you cannot hold this together much longer.
No, agreed. Say, we're trying to stop something here going on. As Dimitri said, as all of us have stated, we are trying to fix the problems that are going on here. People have clearly skeletons in their closets. And like, with that being said, we have a larger issue at hand.
Ornette says the only problem we have currently is interlopers trying to interfere.
Yeah, you're not helping right now. So
We've got 2 completely inconsistent stories who don't line up at all,
So
and a lot of
it's-
crossbows.
it seems like we have to deal with the problems. I've been to the Shadowfell myself. I've had friends being to the Shadowfell, and there's clearly things that are much larger than us that are trying to deal with this current world. And they're trying to take over and trying to make our existence here not exist or make it way tougher. Now it'd be really great if everyone could just chill out, put their weapons away. Maybe we all go back into the mansion, with or without any of the weird hunky-dunky spell casting going on, or all the weapons. We can leave that at the door. But this is about to get way worse because there are people that are going to be waking up very soon. I would like to take this, and I propose that we take this inside so we can at least allow this town, if, let's say, Mayor Ornath is telling the truth, to protect them. If he's not, then we can at least resolve this and have maybe an accident might have happened. If we do not make this happen, then everything's going to go bad very quickly, and no one's going to be happy.
Morty, I need you to make a persuasion check, and I'm going to make a
Sure.
hard line here that you can't use a penny.
That's fine. Can I give myself guidance?
I don't think so. I think this
That's
is just
fine.
going to be a persuasion check.
That is perfectly fine. 15.
You have managed to hold the tension at this point.
So let's please take our fingers off the trigger because that's not responsible arms ownership. Put them down, and please take this inside. And I look at Francisco and say, "Thank you very much for everything you've seen. Nothing happened tonight." And I give him one of these, like a very general, like just to hopefully keep sparking the shit that didn't happen tonight. That did happen,
Sure.
didn't. Like this, no one's gonna believe him. And then I'm like, "Let's please go inside."
Yeah. He starts running away and he says, "There's no vampires! Circus folk are fine!"
Okay, just side information about Francisco. Does anyone in town take this guy seriously for anything ever? He seems like kind of the
It's
town
kinda-
bubbler right now.
A little bit. I mean, he's...
Yeah, okay.
It's tough.
He's aluminum
you know?
foil, 100%.
Oh, 100%. But sometimes, sometimes conspiracy theorists have one or two right occasionally. And so...
Right. You said a very important word. Occasionally.
Yeah. It's been a while since he's been right, so who knows? But
It's just time swinging, and I look at the
Blah,
dwarves,
big numbers.
and
oh.
like
Ooh.
I'm kind of at this point like I'm hoping. Oh, we switched.
I'm back.
No
I don't
doubt.
know if I switched.
Hello.
No, we're good.
Hello.
I'm gonna like kind of be like, hey, like hold him back for a second, cause I was a lot of that was a lot of Jake emotional energy that came out of that dice roll. I'm not gonna lie. What is that guy's? What is his name?
Deval.
No, the dwarf. Dwell.
Wow.
Wait, so only 2 of the dwarves showed up out of the 3?
2 and the Minotaur.
Minotaur.
So where's the third? Or there's 4 total.
Presumably
There are
still
4.
sleep. I mean, you don't know.
Sleeping. But Dwell is here.
Yeah.
So
I'd be
they're aiming at Duvail.
Yeah, he's
And
a
all
vampire. Everyone is
and-
aiming at Deval or you.
Yeah, okay.
No. They
right.
should have their things
No,
down.
they're aiming,
Oh,
they're
no.
aiming at
They
Ornath.
haven't dropped their weapons. They just didn't fire them.
Well, I'm gonna say, can you put your stuff like that's cool if you had like
Everyone
just-
says no. Like, there's
I'm gonna say please,
still no. Like,
please.
there's a shadow monster who eats people for a
Sure,
living.
that's fine. We get it. I'm gonna look at Dwell and go, there's clearly things that we are dealing with, and we felt it, or at least I felt it was important that you were informed that we are dealing with stuff as well. We are good people trying to take care of this town, and I think it's important, unfortunately, that you're now involved.
He says, yeah, I would love to not be involved, but this
Yeah,
is
me too.
problematic.
If you would prefer, you can stay outside and make sure nothing interrupts us. Or
Yeah,
you can
okay.
come inside. It is your choice, but we are trying our best to do what's best for this town. And I hope this makes up for the fact that we had a very unfortunate... No, it won't. I hope you see that we are trying to be good people here.
He says, yeah, we'll stay out here and
If you hear commotion, can you please step in? Like, I almost like, kind of like lean in, kind of like... If
he
you
says,
hear
he
something
says,
bad...
we will. He says, I think we're going to be busy. And he like nods toward the rest of the carnival folk.
I was
going
gonna say, like,
I think
what's
we're
the
going to
state
be
of
busy
carnivals?
keeping them out.
And I look at them like, you're gonna, can you guys be cool out here? Like, what kind of car, is it like the wrestlers, or is it like...
It is the goblin.
Henny.
It is the
Yeah.
Hennies. Yeah, it's the Henrys. Like,
But it's not any like the belt holders or any of those guys. It's like,
no, it doesn't look like. It looks like it's the forward crew, like the early crew.
who are
Which-
nice to us, right? Generally.
I mean, yeah, until you
Just
were
happened.
shouting at the leader of their organization, like until your friend tackled the leader of their organization.
It seemed important.
It honestly was important. So I guess we're like, hey, we'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
I think we leave the door open. Like, right? We walk inside, leave the door open.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Okay.
Yeah, with like a couple of us like flanking that door.
Yeah, I mean, like
Just-
nothing to make it like not weird.
So it's Ornath, Duvel. Are they
And us.
both going inside, or are they still Mexican standoffing outside right now?
The only person that of the two of them that can Mexican stand up right now is Ornath, because Deval has annexed on top of him.
Phrasing.
Well, I'm I was well. All right. So Ornath is in. I honestly I had planned to use us as human shields as an inappropriate turn of phrase, but shields to get people in the door without crossbows being part of the people we're trying to get in the door.
Okay.
So I have been using myself as a half human shield to protect Duvail. I'm now not, and I'm trying to shuttle him in the door.
I think.
Okay.
Did Ornath go inside, or is he still outside?
He's willing to enter, begrudgingly, albeit, but
Sounds.
so you guys head inside.
I'm gonna go inside and be like, "Hey, no mumbo jumbo, please."
Is it on? I don't. They're like, we don't know what
Magic,
you mean by
magic. No abilities, magic. We're just trying to get to the bottom of this, please.
Ornath says, I suppose. I don't.
I mean, that's not a good enough. I need a yes. Like, please do not like in this civil
You're
conversation.
in my home? I don't know.
Yeah, but people want you dead.
Yeah,
like,
I want people dead too.
Yeah, we get that. Well, we're here. We're trying to make it so you don't die.
So where is the shadow emanating from? Do you know exactly where?
Yeah, like.
Yeah. The lighthouse.
Lighthouse. You point to it on our map here.
He does so. It is to the northwest, west of the Gnawing Wood, kind of north of Unter.
So that little spit that's right there?
There's like a coastline there?
Yeah. It's like just above the mountains.
Let me pull it up on my document real quick.
Northwest of Inter. So I guess like we're
North
directly
of
east of the
Inter.
E, like actually directly east of the E, from the Bell 1226 IE.
Yes, on that on that cape there.
Do you know of a road or a path that leads there pretty easily?
Not a safe one.
What's the quickest route there?
Probably teleportation or something. I don't know.
Like an arcane gate.
I'd probably do it. Yeah.
I'm glad that we can share a little bit of a chuckle. The times have been tense.
Deval is not chuckling. He's furious.
I'm aware. Mayor Ornath, you have expressed that your wife, Deval's sister, is sacrificing herself to be this mind link to be able to stave off the shadows. What makes her the individual that needs to do this? Is there anyone else who can satisfy this requirement for now?
Are you volunteering?
I'd like to know if I'm qualified.
Are you a potent spellcaster who can
No.
who
Sorry,
can astrally project?
I do respond that way, but
Well,
okay, so astral projection, in order to combat the darkness, is a requirement.
Mhm.
Okay. That's very important information to know.
Do we know anybody who has that ability?
That 9th level arcane spell? No.
so wait, what were the
I
towns
mean,
that
maybe
were
the
hit?
Blue Wizard.
So what were the towns that were hit? It was before Woods Hollow was what?
Saban's Folly.
Saban's Folly to Winds Hollow.
To Pine's End. To Big
Pines and
Saban's Folly is where we're supposed to get all this money to.
What?
yeah. Well, speaking of things we're not gonna do. So it's a big narrow. Was there any other spots, or why was it only these 4 towns?
I mean, Woodhearth is gone. Goldholm is gone.
Where were they in the rotation?
They didn't survive the initial onslaught.
Woodhearth and
Because we were at Goldholm and we cleared out some nastiness that was there.
Yeah, the nastiness. How do you think the nastiness got there?
Yeah. And we certainly don't want Winds Hollow to suffer a similar fate. Not with all these good people that are here.
Was there a rhyme or reason as to why those 2 places did not survive?
They didn't have enough defenses to succeed, and they didn't have leadership willing to submit.
Submit in what regards?
They didn't have leadership who were willing to become vampires.
So
and
all
take
the
on
leaders,
the corruption.
So all the leaders of these towns, Saban's Folly, Winds Hollow, Pines End, and Big Narrows, are all vampires.
Yes.
So you yourself have also taken on a sacrifice, and I want to make sure that that's acknowledged as well.
Thanks. He seems confused.
What?
He understands what you mean, but seems confused at like the sympathy of it. Frankly, he says, "Yeah."
Does simply taking on the corruption prevent?
It gives us some ability to control the corruption of the shadow.
If one of us were to become able to do that, does that dampen the problem that is being you're not able to cast astral projection, but I think I'm one of the few spellcasters here.
I doubt any of you would. They know what you've been doing.
Who's they? The shadow?
Yeah.
So they know
Is
we've
there
been cleaning up stuff?
They know who you are. They know what you look like, and it's been very difficult for me to play dumb with them.
So what's the next move to help prevent? Well, your wife, like she's like was clearly able to be spotted by someone who has, and I look at DeVale like carnival magic. Like, don't you think there's like things that we could be doing, like that you could let us know? Like, hey, do you want us to move on? Do you want us to switch our spots? Like, how can we best suit the town? And how long are we into this 2-year stint? Like, I guess I look at
4 months.
And after these, I guess, next 18 months or however long they're 20 months? 20 months? Yeah, 20 months. Because math's tough. Is she going to be free of the duties, and can she go back being your wife?
If she survives.
What can...
that DeVale is livid. Like, he's not...
This was her decision, correct? And, like, I don't even want to do the whole, like, is this a true...
He says yes. Like...
And then I look at, like, DeVale, I'm like, you can... I don't even want to insight, because I rolled a critical, and he's just a naturally good guy. Like, a naturally charismatic guy, and, like, there's no, like...
I turn to DeVale. You know, she is your sister, your family.
Mm-hmm.
Does this sound like something that she would take on?
I don't know. I haven't seen her in 30 years because he took her from us.
She decided to do this 4 months ago. It's people can change, but I feel like the heart of someone doesn't change that much. When your sister of 30 years ago, which you were still 20-something years old, or you were still tens, what they 50, 55? Is that what they were? Yeah, he was 50, she was 55. So 20, 25 years of age, I feel like you would know if she's a good person or she would want to protect the people she's around. And if it's not,
I don't even know that he's like, I don't even think he's being honest about that. Like,
can you show us where she's at?
Ornat says, yeah, I guess. And he takes you up to her bedroom and opens a secret compartment and
This game, I hate D&D.
I had the right idea.
So many.
investigate better. I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly. We rolled our investigation, and that's exactly what we got.
And you see her chained to a slab, and she is barely alive. Her body looks desiccated, for lack of a better... I mean, like, it's
not
frail. Great. Like, there's not much left. It looks like she's been fed on.
Have you fed on her? Like, clearly we look at her like, what?
Since I told you it's a sacrifice. No, I haven't fed on her.
Is there anything
I've been
medically
feeding on
I
Bluebeard.
do? Well, that checks. And I'm like, okay. Like, I don't know if I have a problem with that. I'm like, all right, well.
Before you came, I had regular meals on bandits around town, but you put an end to that.
Sorry.
Well,
Not really that sorry. Is there anything I know medically I could do to like kind of like give the old Juicerino like?
I mean, you could you could do a restoration spell.
I mean, I could just dump the rest of my magic into her.
Well, what
like...
the Sorry to interrupt you in the thought with a half-formed thought. What? So the state that is she in the same state that DeVale was when we started the session?
She is in worse shape. Like she is clearly
okay.
Not only
right,
in that state, but has been in that state for some time.
Okay, then take it away, Jake, because nothing I got's gonna.
I mean, I'm out of my grid restoration at this point, but I don't know if like if I just dump my 3 or 3 4th level spell slots into her, like just I don't know if that's not necessarily a spell, but kind of just like energy.
Well, I
haven't how that works in your world, Brian.
Does the healing power of my spear, is that just straight up healing?
Stabby spear.
It's tough to know. It's a magic fey green energy device. There's not really like a precedent for it.
Okay. I'd love it. First off, I love the idea that I heal people by jabbing them in the ribs, just completely impaling them. Do we want to try and heal her first of all? Do we want this to happen?
Yes, but question: is it shadow energy that's being drained out of her?
No, it is life energy that's being drained.
Okay, so it's not. That's not like it's shadow.
Also, is this a Hamina moment, or are you actively saying this?
Oh, this is a Hamina moment, 100%. Like, I don't. There's no way that's being said out loud. Well, yeah, it's. So it's just life force versus.
Yeah, you get the idea that like you might look this way too if you were in the shadow plane. If you were in the shadow plane for 4, if your consciousness was in the shadow plane for 4 months.
So he's using it more as a life. Well. I guess I look at him and go, so what exactly is happening? Like, I know you said, astral projection here, but, like, she's currently...
It's a ritualistic astral projection. How much do you know about astral projection?
As much as you're willing to tell us.
Yeah, I don't know that much. That's why she had to
was there a rock that... So she wastes... Why are people... there's a list of questions I've got to ask. But like,
yep. As the questions are happening, we are in the room and we're relatively close to Serena in her state, or are we okay? And yeah, we're all too close. Okay.
Too close for what?
Bernard Hamina, what do you?
I want to say, man, I'm tired. Morty, can you help me sleep a little bit right here? Do you have that ability right now?
Are you trying to get me to make you go to the other place?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I haven't done it to anybody else. Well, it's the first for me.
Did we really not tell Dimitri that happened? I know you were asleep through the whole thing.
Oh, I thought he banished me and brought me back.
Yeah,
no, that was slightly different. Yeah,
that was different.
He went to a different place and we got a cool little letter.
And I got fully rested as well.
I am clearly also about to go to a different place. There we go.
I did have a question, Brian. I know as Swampland halflings, we gained certain abilities and lost other ones. Did we lose telepathy?
Let me double check.
Wait, we could have been telepathic between us.
Well, I don't remember, and I hope we didn't lose that, because that would come in because we haven't used it thus far, and it's very most situational whenever I have to use this.
You're gonna start talking to me, and I'm gonna be like, "What
No.
are these voices in my
I don't
head?"
want to. I never want to abuse this, but I just wanted to ask before doing.
Let me check the campaign primer.
It's just actually for a question, but I just wanted to answer before I say it out loud.
Swamplings, halflings. Swampland halflings. Plagueland halflings. No, you do not have telepathy.
How long? I'm saying this.
To me.
So
Yeah,
we
I'm
are
saying
out
how
of a
long?
humana moment then?
Unless there's other words. Cooper, how do you feel about this? 'Cause I feel like we need to check in.
I'm pretty loud, but like, I don't know. I just feel really. Just let me know if something big happens. I'm surely like.
We're not the ones that gotta know when something big happens.
Wait, give me the breakdown real quick, one more time.
She's not doing so hot,
Right.
and someone's very sleepy. And it takes me a couple minutes, I think.
Does Ornath? We're putting sleepy on Ornath.
No,
I'm pretty sleepy.
So,
It's not a sleep spell they're planning. It's wild shenanigans that will either make
Oh,
things
I
better
see.
or much worse.
Oh
Very-
man, then maybe I shouldn't be the one to go on
you
this.
volunteered.
I did.
So, can I ask Ornath a question now? Like, is it possible for us to cure her in this state? Like, give her some energy?
Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to undo everything that's been done?
no, making sure she survives.
Why would you want to interfere with this?
What? We're trying to make sure that the battery, and I say I look at her and I hope she can't really hear what I'm saying, 'cause it sounds kind of rude. Like, the battery maintains. Can you?
This is
you
why
clearly
I
know
didn't
more.
tell you about this. You cannot help her. She has to do it on her own, or everything goes to hell. Quite almost literally.
It looks like it's gonna go to hell because she looks pretty bad.
And I point at DeVale and that's what's happening, but worse.
You point to the veil and you notice that he has snuck around you and is over top of the slab, working on the chains.
I'd like to cast a spell.
Okay.
Cold person. On him.
What is this wisdom? It's a wisdom save, right?
Correct.
Yeah, he kind of locks down. And he's like,
Why? And I look and be like, can you just stop?
you have him held. He can't speak.
I know. I'm aware of this. Like,
I can.
can we? Do you need? Can you not? He's trying. And I look at Mayor Ornath and I'm like, I can't reach. I don't know. This slab's probably 7 feet tall. I can't get to him. Can someone please move him away from there? It's just, this is obnoxious now. We're trying to get honest answers here.
I go over, come on, buddy, and I just lift underneath his armpit.
Yeah, he's just going he's like this, and you're just like. So, clearly, we are trying to figure out what's going on. Can you give us more insight so we don't apparently mess stuff up?
I don't. What insight do you need? You
apparently,
can't touch
us
her.
interfere.
Yeah.
Well, trying to infuse energy into her so she doesn't die or prevent this from happening. What if she doesn't last the 2 years? What if she's only a year in? What if tomorrow she dies? What happens then?
Then we're consumed by shadow. We
that's
have
great.
to take a chance.
And what does that foretell? How does that change the town? Do the winds come up and just blow everything over?
Monsters happen.
Oh, cool. So it's like what we saw. So what numerous of us have seen in the Shadowfell, but here, and you're not.
This is
I'm like
the
I
this
look
is
at somebody
the
like
best
tag out,
option.
like out.
Okay.
Like I mean like you'd rather have us sit by. I mean, you've known what our intentions have been. You've seen what we've done. We've dealt with the tower. We cleared out Goldholm, and like I understand now a bit more about your situation. Maybe not the whole thing. Get it? Cool. There's a lot going on, which probably shouldn't have been, in our purview, but we're here now. Is that fair to say?
I suppose. I don't.
Like, we've been trying our best to make what's happening in this region better, right?
I don't disagree. The
So-
problem is there's no short-term better. Like,
So
you have drawn attention to Winds Hollow.
So what happened to the tower? And I look at him very he knows what happened to the tower because
Mhm.
Spit said something. So if we are on the same page here, what's our best option here? We can now make that not exist, where we can clear out an area of shadow. Like, there's a list of things now that have to start happening very rapidly to save not only this town but your wife.
You have eliminated 2 generals of an army.
Yikes.
Like, the leadership of that army is not
Turning a blind eye
confused.
to
Like,
us. Yeah.
there's no going back at this point. Like,
So whose side are you on?
I was on the town side until you showed up and started ruining things. Like, this was the best
So
we could
what-
hope for.
Side are you on now?
I am on the side of Winds Hollow. What side are you
So-
on?
What? Winds Hollow? That's never been a question.
So what are you planning to do?
And I look back at his wife and I say, what can we do? When you said we cannot interfere, is it that if there's what were to happen if we were to interfere? In terms of like, if we were to give the battery more energy, does it become noticeable? This is information that you are privy to, or it sounds like you're privy to, maybe not, but sounds like you're privy to, that we would be very it would benefit us greatly
Here's
to know
what
about.
I know. This is how the shroud remains. I don't know what happens when you undo this. I don't know what happens when you infuse green energy into a shadow ritual. I don't have a solution or an answer for you. This is
What if
what
it's-
she told me to do.
What if it's shadow energy into a shadow ritual?
I have no idea.
Can I look at my book?
You can look, but there's not. I mean, this is
It's not-
that's a green book.
Jake,
It's
there's
not,
nothing
like,
in there.
Like, that's a green book, not a shadow book.
Well, there was mentionings of shadow things in here, like notable things.
Like,
Right?
insofar as
It was
like
like
a rival
an
to
index.
a green thing,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like this is how shadow magic works.
So
Like-
I guess I look. The vampire has an equivalent, correct?
Maybe I don't know.
I started looking through my book real quick and seeing if there's anything that we've encountered thus far, because we've encountered a lot of things that might have a quote unquote equivalence. And if this is if the thing that is, if he's feeling that there's a lot of what I feel like what I'm trying to get at is, the energy put into something clearly has like a cause and effect, right? If there is
Yes,
something that is an equivalent
Jake.
dark, oh,
Andrew, you look like you're about to say something.
I was going to ask a question to Morty, but he's
Oh, okay.
No,
I'll
go
let him
for it.
finish his thought. I was
no,
gonna be
go
like,
for it.
so if the energy is coming from that lighthouse, as you say, in the northwest, was that what Morty saw when he was in the shadow realm of
No, he couldn't see that
Shadow
far.
plane?
Like
No,
he
I saw
saw the
Bell.
towers of Bell.
I saw
He saw the
Bell,
Towers of
and
Bell.
then the
There's
no,
some
that was
sort of
being
celestial
controlled.
energy in Bell.
Yeah, it was. There was like this. There was a tendrils from Bell, and then there was also another tower. There's a few major points. It was a tower that we can get rid of. Is a bastion that is our green energy. There's green energy from the
Greenhall.
the vault.
Yeah.
That was like kind of being engulfed, and then there was a weird gray black energy from Bell.
And this is when you were in the
Yeah.
shadow, like back before I joined, right?
No, it was
No.
during. No, it was. It was during.
This is
your
when you
join.
got your.
Oh,
this is when you
that
got
time.
your
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
We gotta make a trip there soon. Anyway, because we gotta go have fun. Make a session out of it.
The shadow plane.
Yeah, why not? We could all just go there for funsies.
Just a quick fall break.
Go just banish each other, or just banish everybody.
The gang
Too.
banishes themselves.
The gang banish. It's our October season. So he clearly has an understanding how this works. But what I was looking for. No, I mean
Vaguely.
in terms of the energy that it's requiring is more than what he has.
Mhm.
So I guess what I'm looking for is an equivalent, if not greater, green energy entity that might know more about this. Because
You
then
know,
they might
I
have
mean-
a counter. Like, I mean, I'm reaching here, I know, but like,
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
I
so
don't
like a
think-
druid like Bruce, who is probably way stronger than a vampire equivalent,
Maybe.
might have more insight about what the hell is happening right now. Or like,
Could be.
hey, this could be the other person who'd be like, oh, if we go beat his butt, which is probably not how it works. But like, he would be like, oh yeah, if what's her face from Wind's Hollow goes away, then we're gonna control the whole area. Like, that's what I'm trying to get at. Trying to get more info because I really don't want to go north of Winter. That sounds like a pain. in the
I mean,
butt.
like, you get the idea that Bruce might help.
Where is Bruce?
Or like more powerful druids. But like, there's not like paging through. There's not like the green equivalent of vampire. That's not like a thing, right? Like there are like green vampire. Like there are like nature-based vampiric creatures that are like a similar potency, I guess. But like
the satyrs would know.
maybe.
I guess I look at Ornath and say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we we interfered to some degree. But we are now in it to win it. And how can we best, we know what's happened. And then I look at Duval, who's like stuck. That's an issue. And I'm assuming right about now is probably when the minute is up.
Yeah, and he immediately charges back toward.
Dude, stop! And
I'm gonna cast a grasping vine on him, so he can still talk, but he'll be confined to the corner over there.
What's the save on that?
15.
He makes
Dex.
it, and he keeps moving toward her.
Dude, stop! And then I can't. Where is he? I guess we don't have a map for this. Like,
How about
where is he? Because I'd put him in a pin.
This is not a scene I predicted. No, there is no map for this.
I would like to put him in a pin.
In a pin? Okay.
Like just like, I like to athletics my way into a pin.
I guess yeah. Make a contested athletics check.
I have an 18.
He has a 21. He finagles.
All right, dude.
Sure.
I mean, I'm gonna look and be like, dude, this is gonna end up if you're not willing to be like in this negotiation, you're gonna cause problems. If you're not willing if you do not want to see your sister potentially live, then like, go keep doing what you're doing.
This is I came to get my sister back today. That is the plan.
Great, awesome. And then I look at Spit, and I go, dude, I don't know anymore. I like your original plan too.
I don't know if I'm tired anymore.
Is our friend tired? The one trying to get his sister back?
No,
You just does it have to
No,
be a willing individual?
that is a
Much
1
riskier.
minute. That is a long spell.
But we can hold him down, all of us together.
All right, if you want to send them to Shadowfell together, we can. Is that the play?
Because, like,
To get him to give him the realization of what's happening?
because if his sister is astral projecting to the shadow region to defend,
She should be around.
she should be there at least in this area. So if we had the opportunity for you to see your sister and talk with her, or at least talk with her conscience, would you take that?
I see her right now. There's
If you had an
nothing stopping
opportunity-
us from waking her up right now.
If you had an opportunity to talk with her conscience, not with her, would you take that opportunity? To see
If I
what
knew it was her,
Okay.
I have no reason to believe you at this point. Or I don't know where you're going to send me. Like, you're siding with a monster. As far as I'm concerned, you're also monsters.
What do I have?
As I'm also looking at the spell list.
He starts muttering
him a-
to himself.
I'm gonna tackle him
he
again.
does.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
Nope.
What'd you get? I did not roll.
Are we in red? What's the situation? Are we in red?
It was a,
we haven't declared it, so I guess
It-
not. But
it was a 2.
I also have a 2.
I'm gonna.
The tie.
Wow.
What's your modifier?
Plus nothing.
Oh,
I am not an athletic person.
and Spit is wanting to exit and come back. Zoom real quick.
Okay.
Let's take our. You want to take our break really
Yeah,
fast?
let's take a quick break.
That'd be great.
here so it messes with the overlay at least. We'll be back in 5 minutes. 9:26.
I need water.
And we're back with more Initiative Coffee Company Presents In the Red.
Just listening this whole
Can't hear what
time.
they're saying because they have requested that I take my headset off, but they are going to
He was
give
listening
them
this
2 more
entire
minutes
time.
to humana over life and everything else before I put my headset back on.
So
I like that plan.
So I guess we deal with the fact that we follow them back, maybe figure out the iron mine, see what's going on there. There's an issue maybe. But what do we want to do? I guess group votes better here. What do we want to do? What's going on in the immediate room? Ornath has been more
Let's just promise the dude will get
You
his
vote
sister
first,
back.
Morty.
he's been more truthful in the last 46 episodes than we've had.
I don't disagree with group vote, but I would like your vote first, Morty.
To what we would do with whomst. I guess that's where we start.
You've posed the question of what to do. I ask you for clarification on the question as well as your position.
Do we... Brian, clarification. We are currently still in Humana moment.
Okay.
We are in the midst of a group vote.
Oh, good.
And clarification.
Are you making a decision this evening? Wow.
Yeah, I know. Wild. So, situation we're in. We are dealing with, and this is not to Brian, this is to Spit.
For the group vote.
We have a angry brother, and he is not satisfied with anything that's going on. And short of dispose is not the word I want to use, but dispose is the word I'm going to use. He is not going to be satisfied until his sister is gone. Or gone from the current situation. Not gone, removed from the current situation of being drained. We have Mayor Ornath that, as far as checks can tell, he's taken the L and became a vampire. He is, in all of my notes that I think and look at, he's never been seen in the daytime.
You've never seen him eat. His estate is always cold. There's never been a fire in the hearth. You've never seen.
He literally has. I don't.
If I'm honest, there have been a lot of clues that you guys have never bothered to follow up on, and that's on you.
Yeah, well, we're there now. We got there 47 episodes later. I think it's more like 45 because it took us like a few episodes to get some Wins Hollow. The life of that I'm taking my time here, Spit. I hate saying that I'm taking my time here to rationalize it in my head before I make the point. Is we've spent time here protecting Wins Hollow. Very lucky to get people inside to this mansion. If I didn't care about the town, I wouldn't have done it. I've been like, let's just push him into a gravesite, and then he would have just exploded and stop existing because of all the magic. I do have an affinity towards Mayor Ornath because his persistent existence in our game and our role in Wins Hollow. I do think that, unfortunately, DeVale, as you have cut to the chase as I look back, wanted to get rid of a few episodes ago, could have circumvented this whole circumstance, and we could have been long gone by now. I'm not against it as much now as I was before. And I don't know, because of his consistent persistence against us and the willingness to make the general good a instead of his own stead, If that was a bad sentence, if he's not willing to see that these hundred of people are not worth the now 4 months of life that his sisters put into it, I don't know if his life is worth it right now. So in terms of group vote, I'm willing to get rid of him. That was a long way of saying I wanted to.
Did you take the long way to say we should kill DeVale? Because I agree with that.
Yes. Yeah.
Who's next?
What was that?
Who's next? So we have an NX vote and a Morty vote.
Brian, do you want to assign the next vote?
I'm curious on
I don't know, Dimitri,
what the rest of the party is.
I don't know,
I almost like. All right, so is this? Are we still humming? Or are we like talking out loud to each other right now?
No, this is the humming, I guess.
Well, I'm willing to like either like ask Duvel if he gives us a chance to save his sister, and if not, we'll just, at this point, it is get rid of him.
Who?
I would like to remind everybody that were it not for Duval, we wouldn't know anything. He is right. Mayor Ornath is lying, has lied. He's exposed a lot of truths in the last half hour, but has been lying for quite some time. So I don't like the idea of permanently removing Duval from this earth, but I am okay with removing him from this moment.
I guess that's what I meant. Is I want to put him in a state where he's not going to be actively trying to break into this house and get his sister, because that's going to be happening over and over and over and over again.
Just like kill him and keep a foot, and then resurrect him later, probably.
I look at my mage hands with confidence. I guess that's where I'm at. Like, it's either we have to. I hate saying remove existence because that's like I can't banish him indefinitely because he might end up at Mole Master, and everyone hates Mole Master, so that's hell on earth by itself. But like,
Mole Master does not exist in this setting. I don't make any claims to owning Mole Master, and if Wizards wants to yell at me about that, I agree. I think Jake made a terrible decision.
Yeah, Molecaster is a weird place too. I mean, like, I can't do it in perpetuity.
Right. Current state of the situation is that Duval is currently held personed by Morty and being held.
That's gone.
We're
dogpiling him.
You're just on top of him. The five of you.
Okay.
Away from the current slab. I think I'd be clarified. Away from the slab.
Sure.
Yeah. I feel like we're humming almost on top of him.
Yeah, it's not. It's. I mean, he can definitely hear you at this point. Like,
does he have anything to say about it? Like, after our clear considerations, does he want to input?
No, he looks pretty
pissed.
I mean, at this point, he's not even pissed. Like, he's just kind of looks like he's pretty much given up. Like, he doesn't have, like, clearly he can't reason with monsters, and he can't reason with
us,
the five of you. So,
dang! I wish I had modified memory. Oh, I don't. It's a 9th level spell.
I unsheath my short sword +1, and I will perform an attack roll on his left knee.
Okay.
You're literally kneecapping him.
Yeah, I mean that's. I mean, I was encouraged to do so. I've been given enough not to do it at his throat. So
It's been two sessions that we've been preventing you from doing it.
no, it's okay. All right. So
You're
short
at
search plus-
advantage to hit because you
Yep.
are.
with
he's
pack
prone.
tactics.
Well,
Oh, and that. Yeah.
Also-
Quick
he's
question,
prone.
Brian.
yeah.
Do we know? I hate doing this question. Is he going to instantly die, or will he
You
have
don't know.
death saves?
We don't know.
Well, that second question is more important to me.
Oh, I mean, like he won't. I mean, I guess depending on how badly spit.
Yeah, the
hits him,
damage it
like-
happens. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess like I know some monsters automatically die versus
No,
Is it clear that he gets a death
if he is in a position where he has earned a saving throw program, he will get his death saving throw program.
damn. I wish I had telepathy. Damn, I really wish I had that. I write something while he's stabbing him.
Right.
Who writes something?
So it's a 26 to hit.
26 hits, yeah.
Get that sneak
my
attack.
Sneak attack. One more d6. 24 points of short swordy damage. That's slashing, right? No, that's pierce. No, it's slashing. Right?
No, it's piercing.
Piercing.
24 total.
Yeah.
Okay. He's unconscious.
I look at everybody and say, I can bring him back unconscious. Do you want me to do that? He is now crippled, but do you want me to unconscious him?
Let's first put tape over his mouth.
I immediately will unconscious
You could
him.
you could bandage his mouth, right?
I
That's what
use
you can do.
I use my
We know somebody
cantrip.
with a bunch
Staple
of
his
rope.
mouth. Use your staple
No,
gun
I'm
on
gonna use
his
sparing
mouth.
the dying, so he will become unconscious immediately. Hope.
Yeah. Make a perception check.
Are we in red zone?
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'd
I would
like to
say
use
no
my knee.
because I got advantage. Oh, okay.
That is a 14. Was gonna be a 10.
You hear him speaking in his unconscious state. And it sounds like he's talking to someone familiar.
Yeah.
familiar
Sister.
to
Or
his
to the
sis-
goblin.
or to Eustace Clodbottom.
What's he saying?
He keeps repeating the name of his sister. And he says, talk to me. And you don't get the idea that anyone is responding to the other half of the conversation.
Yeah. Well, I'll make sure he's unconscious so he can not be dead.
Okay.
I'm going to use the wrangle rope to wrangle him.
I'm not gonna Mayor Ornath and be like, we clearly have. If this is not conviction enough for Winds Hollow, I don't know what is. If there's anything that we can do to make this town better, and
Cooper,
Plus-
while Morty is talking to Ornath, you hear that muttering continue, and you hear in his unconscious state, he says, "I think I have the key. I can unlock it."
Oh. Hey, Ornath. What's the key?
The key?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen the other side, but presumably some kind of totem could free her? I don't... Something that's familiar to her? I don't know.
Well, You should be glad we didn't kill her brother, because I'm pretty sure he's got it.
This is what are you talking about?
Well, it's not what I'm talking about, it's what he's talking about.
And as you guys all take a step back, he says, I've held on to it for so long. Maybe it will unlock your chains.
Who says that?
It's the amulet.
That is the unconscious body of...
Oh, goodness.
It's gotta be that big ass amulet, right? It's not like
It's so big. It's so
big.
goofy.
So
Right.
should we
Can
not
I-
kneecap? Go ahead.
Can I roll an insight check to try to assess, or perception check to try to assess where that voice is coming from if we are now hearing it?
It is coming out of his body. He is talking in his
The
sleep.
lungs just existing.
I would like to, can I cast an Arcana check to assess if it is truly his body performing this, or if it is just simply a puppet?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Oh, huh.
It's not the role I wanted, but I suggested
You could do an
it, I guess.
investigation check too if you want.
Same difference. Oh no, it's different difference. Nope, same difference. They're all intelligence, which I'm fantastic at. 7.
I mean, it's coming out of his mouth.
Oh,
Oh,
Jake,
jeez! Look at all those.
And it's got one. Let's go.
Eric's got one.
I'm rolling the dice. Let's go.
It's coin time.
Sorry, that was
Okay.
really inappropriate.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that was terrible timing for that.
Yeah, that was not my intentions.
7.
The noise is coming out of him, and it looks like someone talking in their sleep.
Okay.
Is it time to make his head not be part of his body anymore?
No.
Exorcism.
I'm gonna stand. I am now becoming protector of
The
Duval's
human shield,
body.
What's Ornath's wife's name?
Serena?
Serena.
Can I ask, Serena, is that you towards Duval?
You don't get a response.
Mayor Ornath, if this totem is used in the Shadow Realm to unlock Serena, what would happen on our plane?
Everything stops working.
See, this is exactly what I didn't want to happen. This
I
is
mean,
why I
you
suggested
sent him to the Shadow
kneecapping
Realm.
Duval.
Like-
Yes. It's why I suggested
Wait, is it
making his...
Shadowfell or Shadow Realm? Because they're totally
They're
different
synonymous.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the
It's-
Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You're going to the Shadow Realm.
It's
It's
why I
true.
suggest making his head not be part of his body, because then he can't come back here.
I mean, that
When
would
he can-
that would have
when he-
the same effect. Either way, you knocked him unconscious and put him in the death
I
saves.
see.
Or if you kill him, you send him to the Shadowfell.
Okay.
The only way to guarantee that he doesn't unlock whatever he's seemingly going to unlock is to bring him back.
Well, he's pretty rightfully tied up, so
He's wrangled. I
Yeah.
mean,
Let's
well, it's fine. I didn't
Alright.
say the word.
we can wake him up. And then
Can we put tape over his mouth, bring him down to the cells, shackle him, and
Wait.
then bring him back?
He's unconscious still, right?
But
Yeah,
he's
that's
in-
the problem. Like,
Yeah.
No, that's a good thing. Because I'm about to ask a humana, but we're also not humana.
we are out of humana moments.
No, that's what I was saying. We're not humming between us, but we're now including Ornath almost in this conversation. It's
time will not stop. So
no,
Cooper,
no, I hear that. That's what I'm saying. It does not include the Zavale. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, he's unconscious.
So he has a key to unlock. Does that unlock? Just verification here. I guess to you, Brian. Maybe you don't have the answer. Maybe it's now Mayor Ornath. That key, if he's referring to it, does that undo the whole, or does that make it you just kind of switching it to the next town?
There's no other town prepared. If he unlocks that lock, we're screwed.
Okay, so that's literally like the hey, it's been 2 years. Hey, it's your turn. Like that's the key he's referring to.
I mean, the key is related to any specific totem, but the totem has to be close to the person. And as he's just explaining this to you, you hear screaming from outside, and you see as Serena takes a deep breath in and wakes up. She says, "What have you all done?" As you look out the window, you notice that from all of the graves in the cemetery, creatures have started to emerge.
No.
You notice that the winds outside of town have picked up in a wild howl. And that's where we'll pick up next week on In the Red. Thanks, folks. This was fun for me, anyway. I don't know about the rest of you. That is where we will stop. Wherein the party did not make choices by 9:50, and therefore bad things happened. Join us next time on Monday. We're doing Storm King's Thunder. That'll be Monday at 6:30.
Shit.
So that'll be fun. Go ahead.
I have a clarifying question. What was the result of playing this at conventions?
They murdered the vampire every time. Yeah.
So this is the first time you're playing it through, or is this the first time you've been actually enacted through?
This is the first time I've had to come up with this side of things because I've only run it as like one shots. So, yeah. Anyway, find us on Patreon. $3 a month gives these folks a Benny. $15 gives them a Fey Spirit or NPC to either assist or maraud them in their endeavors. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and hit up initiativecoffeeco.com where you can buy coffee. That's a thing that you can do. Join us next week. Monday is Storm King's Thunder at 6:30 Central Standard Time. Tuesday is In the Red at 7:30 Central Standard Time. And yeah, that's it. If you're going to be at GameholeCon this weekend, go bother Jake. He'll be there somewhere.
Hello.
I might show up Friday or Saturday to bother
Yay.
him too, but that's the extent of it. Otherwise, until next time, have fun, play safe, play with friends, and as always, roll together. Thanks, guys.